Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an FA Cup tie against AFC Dunstable in the FA Cup preliminary round. And we follow it up with a league game against former league rivals in the lower league against Cheadle Town. As you can see by the league table, we've not had the best of starts to the campaign. We're sat in 15th place. I'm not sure whether it's because our squad isn't as good as everyone else's, or whether it's just we're getting accustomed to this league. But we have had a decent couple of results in the more recent matches. But obviously, sat in 15th place, we do need a league win just to build ourselves up a little bit more. And as you can see, form has improved a little bit. Obviously, we had them two opening defeats. Jack Williams was our only scorer with two penalties in there. And then we played the FA Cup tie against Thatch and we won by 3 goals to 1. Casey and Langfield suddenly has emerged. We followed it up with a 1-0 draw against Winsford United, a 4-1 win against Ban Aldswick Town with a hat-trick from Casey and Langfield in that one. And we drew with Padiham 2-2, and they're sat quite high up in the table, so certainly positive signs there. But going into this game in the FA Cup, we need to win, not just obviously because it's a cup tie. The financial aspect of the FA Cup will be a big help, to be quite honest. So fingers crossed we can do okay. I'm not too sure what to expect. I'm not quite sure what level we're at in relation to AFC Dunstable. So it's a case of going in, playing at our best, and hoping that it will be enough. We have Aaron Davis in goal with Hill, Furtado, Alabe and Simmons at the back. Wright, Pears and Liddle in midfield with King Phillips, Collins and Hannah as our front three. It's actually Hannah's first game back. He has been out injured for a while. Matt Pears has also been out injured as well, so it's his first game back also. So we'll see how they get on today, and hopefully they can at least get through 45 minutes and just build up a little bit of fitness. Furtado and Collins rejected moves to AFC Falmouth, and they then bid £20,000 for Sam Oliver as well, our other centre back, and he also rejected them as well. They must be slightly lower level than us. They all rejected them anyway, so I had a brief look at renewing one of the players' contracts as well, just to try and wade off interest a little bit. And I've got a horrible feeling that we're going to lose a lot of this squad come the end of the season. They wanted £200 a week, and that was Furtado. He wanted £200 a week. It is completely unaffordable from our point of view. So I'm not entirely sure where we're going to stand come the end of the season. So primary focus is to stay in this league, and hopefully we can try and sort out from there. But it is going to be a difficult one for sure. So going into this game, like I say, I'm not too sure what to expect. I don't know where Dunstable are in relation to the leagues, the way everything's set up. I don't know what level they're at. So going into it, I just want a positive performance. A win is perfect. Obviously, it's the FA Cup, but we need the money. We really, really do need the money side of it. So I am hopeful that we can do well, but obviously at the moment there's not been an attempt to go from either side, and it's we've played for half an hour. I mean, this is an absolutely shocking game. Ozar, we've had a shot at goal. It was off target, but at least we've had an attempt. Um, well, I was hoping for a little bit more from the match than this, but so far, not ideal. Alabi manages to clear Sam Wright into Liddle. Now Pears. Plays it out wide to Joe Collins. Just holds it up and lays it back to Simmons. Looks over the top toward Hannah. Rejek managing to clear. Alabi looking over the top. Hannah couldn't quite steal in. If he was fully fit, he might be a little bit more challenging there, but it's come out to Collins anyway. Finds Liddle. Potential opportunity knocking for us here. Liddle gets a strike away. It's quite a way over the crossbar, unfortunately. And it remains 0-0. Sam Wright with the delivery with the free kick, and it's almost bundled in. It's ended up going off the post, and a touch from Furtado there would have had us in front, but he couldn't get to it. And from the resulting corner that Collins whips in, it's cleared away, and Williams just carries it away. Dunstable looking like they were struggling a bit defensively there toward the end of the first half. Um, in the end, we actually had 5 attempts, just the one shot on target though, and not ideal. Joe Collins is going to have to come off for Millen Burnett. He's taken a knock. We don't want to risk anything. We need all of our best players for the league games, to be quite honest. Here comes Simmons into Burnett, back to Simmons again. He looks over the top. Hannah toyed with the idea of making the run, but the keeper was well positioned and head. Knocks it out to Malone. And now Rance into Robertson. Kirkpatrick into Robertson again. Now Mucklin. I mean, it's the right idea, but at the same time they had no target up there really. The number 9 was to one side, so didn't really get through to it. And Regex missed that though, and Hannah should have done better there. He is better than that. We've seen him finish so well in the last couple of seasons, but he has had a very poor game. And I think, to be quite honest, Robert Hannah, we're going to take you off. He's on a yellow card as well. We're going to bring Ian Atcher on for him. We're going to take Pears off as well. He's not had a good game, really. Kai Payne can come on for him. Gives us a little bit more strength in that midfield, in my opinion, having Payne in there. But hopefully, the changes will see us right in this second half. 20 minutes to go, and we've been the better team overall, but possession-wise, it's actually quite even. There's just not been a lot of chances created. I don't know whether it's a confidence thing with the side. Like I say, we are a little bit hit and miss with our form. We're going to demand more for these last 10 minutes, but again, I'm not too displeased with the performance, but we've just looked a bit toothless going forward, unfortunately. And I think, to be quite honest, I mean, there's a number of players struggling for fitness here. Josh King-Phillips can come off, and we'll bring Conan Noble on for him. Oh, we can get 5 substitutions. That's a pleasant surprise. Huh. Asa Hughes will bring on for Margie Simmons, I think, as well. Not ideal having him in the wrong position, but it should be enough. Here's Kirkpatrick into Hayden. They're targeting that right-hand side who's going to injury time. Perhaps we've taken a bit too much of a risk here. Akito plays it in. Williams is at the far post. He's put it wide. It's a huge chance that for the winner there for Dunstable. And I don't know if it goes to a replay at this stage. It probably will do. But overall, we were the better side, but we didn't look like scoring at the same time. Bit of a strange one. Robert Hannah rating only a 6.1. A very poor performance from him. Saying that, our 2 wingers didn't really have a good game either. So our attacking setup was very poor, unfortunately. Obviously, I was going to show you Cheadletown at home in the league, but depending on when this replay sets in, it could set in midweek. If and the Cheadletown game might get moved, so we'll just hang fire for a moment and see exactly what's going on with it. But it could be that we end up playing Dunstable again, and we'll see how the fixtures line up. So, yeah, very disappointed in that. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so it's actually brought up the Dunstable game again for our next match. So we're going to stay in the FA Cup for the next game. The Cheadletown game is moved there, so we won't have a league game today. But we'll come back for the replay, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a little bit more of an attacking performance. To be quite honest, we were very poor going forward, but we're still in it, so we have got a chance. Yes, the replay's away from home, and it is potentially a bit of an issue in that, but hopefully we can do okay. Okay then, here we go for this FA Cup replay against AFC Dunstable. Incidentally, for the home tie against them, we broke our gate receipts record. It previously stood at 269 fans or something like that. We ended up with 649 there or thereabouts coming in to the ground, so it was a massive increase. For the Dunstable game, there's 197 tickets sold. I mean, they've got a much bigger capacity than that, but still a bumper ticket receipt for Dunstable as well. So again, any way of bringing money in will help. Houston in goal with Hill, Furtado, Oliver and Carter at the back. Pearce, Williams and Grindrod in midfield with King Phillips, Burnett and Hannah as our front three. I mean, to be honest, Hannah was very poor in that original game. I'm not too confident about having him playing this one, but we are having to rotate a bit anyway. Player fitness is a bit of a concern. And to be quite honest, Conan Noble can start instead of King Phillips. And we'll get Casey and Langfield starting ahead of Hannah. Langfield has been our informed striker. Hannah and Iheanacho and Joe Collins are struggling for fitness anyway, so hopefully doing it this way will help us out a little bit. Sam Wright's actually fully fit, so he can come in instead of Matt Pearce in that midfield area. And I fancy having Kai Payne starting, to be honest. He seemed to solidify the team a little bit. Grindrod, oh, that didn't work, did it? Grindrod can go onto the bench. There we go, that's done it. And I don't understand why, but Greg Bevan, who's a player that we've signed, I think he rates quite well in terms of his stats and everything. But he's only a 1 silver star rated quality player. He's a former amateur player, but I think he's a good defender, to be honest. I might give him a bit of game time as well. I'll bring him in onto the bench, probably for Robert Hannah, to be honest. And hopefully we can give him a bit of game time, but we'll see. So, incidentally, we've been drawn against either Ramsbottom United or Loxwood in the next round of the FA Cup. Either side are a winnable game for us, so if we can get past Dunstable here, we could have a little bit of a mini FA Cup run. Even if it's just doing the qualifying rounds, it would be financial beneficial and it would improve the club's reputation as well. But going into this game, again, I'm not too sure what to expect. The initial game, we ended up playing better than AFC Dunstable, but we just couldn't find a goal. I don't know if it's going to be a similar game. Certainly the early stages would suggest that it could be. But we have had an attempt at goal already, which is which is certainly something, and it was on target. So hopefully we'll be a little bit I can't remember the word I was going to say then. Hopefully we'll be a bit better going forward though. And we'll make the most of our chances. Red Jet looking to play the ball forward. Oliver couldn't get there efficiently, and Wright loses out. And the ball over the top finds Norris, and that is a good effort for Dunstable. And he should have scored really, but the attempt is wide. Overall, bit of an even game again, really. Dunstable have had the better number of attempts at goal, but we've had 2 attempts on target, and they have had much more possession as well. So it's a slight reverse on the previous game, but we need to improve our front three again. Not looking at it at all. Noble just booting it there. Akito into Kirkpatrick. Now Williams plays it over the top, and Norris has beaten Furtado, and again a poor finish. We should be behind, to be honest. But Furtado has been very poor so far. And Greg Bevan is going to come on for Furtado. I don't care that it says he's a silver star. I think he rates a lot better than it says. So he comes in, and I think, to be honest, King Phillips can come on for Conan Noble, and we'll get Josh Iheanacho on up front as well. Obviously, we have 5 substitutions here, so using 3 straight away isn't too much of a problem in my opinion. But we need to change something. We're gonna well, I was going to demand more, but for whatever reason, it won't let me all of a sudden. So we've had them 2 attempts at goal, and they were in the first half, so not ideal. We're going to demand more right here with a corner, and Iheanacho there was at the near post. He couldn't find the finish. But so far, this is the kind of form that we're in. We've not looked at it so far this season, and we really do need to improve. Akito here into Kirkpatrick. Here's McLeish. I think over the course of the 2 games, it'd be harsh for us to be knocked out, but at the same time, it'd be harsh for Dunstable to be knocked out as well. And they are ahead. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy's name. Anang Kokwun has put Dunstable in front. We're going to go attacking and just hope that we can be a little bit creative. Pears is going to come on, and we're going to bring Hughes on for Lloyd Hill as well. And we've just got to hope for the best now. To lose at this stage, not ideal. We wanted to be more competitive, and I think the worst part of this is we've not looked like scoring. Ball into the penalty area, cleared away. Here's Carter again. Tries to play it into the penalty area. He does well, actually. And King Phillips has hit the woodwork. Iheanacho couldn't get there. And I think, to be honest, that's going to be about it from us. And the FA Cup is going to end very early in the season for us. Here's Mucklin into Tavernier. Stevens into Kirkpatrick. Turns well. Bevan does well. Finds Asa Hughes. Looks over the top. Iheanacho couldn't get onto it. Pearce does well. Asa Hughes. Bevan. Again, he's just launching it forward, though. And he's giving it away twice there. Tavernier over the top. Bevan can't get there. And it's a good save from Houston in the end. But obviously, being on the attacking mentality, we are going to be vulnerable defensively. But we need to push forward. We're going to go very attacking, which I very rarely do. Stevens whips in the corner. It's cleared by Bevan. Burnett trying to get there ahead of Ranson. He does well to get there, but nothing is going to come of this, I don't think. 4 minutes added time. There's going to be no highlight. Dunstable deserve to win the game today, and that is the end of our FA Cup. Not ideal. 2 games, no goals scored. Poor performances in both matches all round, really. And that's the end of that. Not ideal by any means. It's the first time we've looked poor in terms of goal scoring, to be quite honest. Even though we haven't had the best of performances in the league, that is the worst we've looked in relation to goal scoring in both of those ties. And we are out of the FA Cup. Not a good start to the season overall at all. Bevan making his debut. And obviously we lost that game, so we only received £500. So the financial gain is done. And we move on to different focuses with the league again. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll probably come back toward the end of September. I might show Stockport Town, I'm not too sure yet. But we've got the FA Vars, second qualifying round there. We'll probably come back for that, definitely. But Stockport Town or Bootle, we'll see how things go in the meantime. But we need to certainly do something here. I don't know if it's a tactical change that we need, but something is certainly missing. And unfortunately, like I say, we've struggled for signings. The players that would improve the team want too much money, and this is the problem that we've got at the moment. So we'll have to just push on and see how things go. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.